time once again for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. Hello everybody, it's Uncle Matt, and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And tonight's bedtime story takes place on a weekend. It's called Weekend Dad. Weekend Dad by Naseem Hrab and Frank Viva. And this story takes place again on a weekend. Sometimes kids travel from one home to another. Their parents have split up, and so they visit one home and go to another home. So we're going to read a little bit about this in Weekend Dad. Are you ready? Here we go. This story was copyright in 2020. Are you ready? Here we go. On Monday morning, my dad moved out of our house and into an apartment. He said he won't be far, just a bus ride away, down the street, past the park, and through the tunnel. So, some sections here before Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, now. Before, I packed a bunch of photos in my dad's suitcase so he wouldn't forget us by the weekend. Tuesday, I woke up thinking about how my dad's hair looks red in the sunlight. Most of the time, I wake up thinking about toast. Wednesday, I visited my hamster's grave. My dad cried when we buried Abraham. I was sad too, but I didn't cry. Thursday, my mom and I ate tuna fish sandwiches for dinner. My dad hates tuna fish. And now I think I've been thinking a lot about my dad this week. On Friday night, my mom and I pack my pajamas, 2 sweaters, 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of underpants, my toothbrush, and Wendell. My dad rings the doorbell and I kiss my mom goodbye. It's my weekend with my dad. We take the bus to the apartment, down the street, past the park, and through the tunnel. And I tell my dad all about my week. I tell him about the dragon catcher I invented. I tell him about the boy in grade 6 who tripped me at recess. And I tell him about the sour candy that Marlowe dared me to try. It wasn't that sour. The bus ride feels like 3 seconds, but according to Wendell, it lasts 48 minutes. My dad says I have 2 homes now. This is home because my dad is here. And it's nothing like home because my mom isn't here. We eat pizza for dinner. We watch a little bit of television, and then my dad says it's time for bed. My dad says I can decorate my room however I want, and that he'll buy me a bed soon. I touch the carpet with my hands. I see the streetlights shine through the window. I hear a car horn honking outside. The night feels different here. I'm scared. Is my dad scared too? On Saturday morning, I wake up, and for a second, I can't remember where I am. My dad says we should do something special today, but I don't want to do anything special. I just want everything to be the same. Okay, we got 5 things here again. Eggs. So, we eat scrambled eggs for breakfast. My dad likes his eggs runny. Cards. We play Kings in the Corner because my dad and I always play Kings in the Corner on Saturdays. Park. Then we go to the park. Sleep. We eat dinner at dinner time, then it's time to sleep because that's what we do when it gets dark. Repeat. And we do the same things on Sunday because that's what we do on Sundays. I wonder what Mum's doing. Did she go to the pool without me? Before I go back home, I put Wendell in my dad's bed. Now my dad won't be all by himself. And then my dad and I take the bus through the tunnel past the park and up the street. Aren't you coming in, Dad? I'm sorry, I don't live here anymore, honey. I wrote you this letter. You can read it whenever you want. And here's what the letter says. Love is like an envelope around a letter. It offers protection. If you feel loved, it makes you stronger when sad things happen. Now that I won't be seeing you every day, I'm worried you might forget that you are always in my heart. So if you are feeling sad or even when you are happy, think of your dad, and if you concentrate, you will hear your dad's heartbeat, and with each beat, you will hear the words, "You are loved." No instrument can pick this tiny pulse up except for your own heart and imagination. I can't wait to see you next weekend. Love always, Dad. On Friday night, my mom and I pack my pajamas, 2 sweaters, 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of underpants, and my toothbrush. My dad rings the doorbell, and I kiss my mom goodbye. We take the bus to the apartment, down the street, past the park, and through the tunnel. Except we don't get off at the bus stop after the tunnel. This time we keep going. We're going to pick out my new bed. The end. Weekend Dad. That's all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.